Good day, greetings students. I am very happy to meet you all again in grade 12 economics. We are in IED discussing about chapter 6, which is rural development. So what are we discussing about? We are discussing about rural development. We know that the majority of the population is in villages, and hence rural development is an important aspect to be taken care of. So what have we discussed so far? We have discussed what is required in rural development, the literacy level, the health, land reforms and development of productive resources, infrastructure development, special measures for alleviation of poverty. Ennadhaan nam urban poor alleviation irundhalum rural poor alleviation should be made essential. Yen appadina urban poor is nothing but the overflow of rural poor. Anga avangala survive panna mudiyalaங்கிற situationல தான் அவங்க வந்து urban cities க்கு வந்து they have to struggle, isn't it? So we have discussed various credit and marketing measures about agriculture market. Now we are in the process of discussing about diversification into productive activity. So what are we discussing? We are discussing about diversification into productive activities. So what are we discussing? Diversification into productive activities. What is the need for it appadina? Because we should not depend only on agriculture. We should not be dependent only on agriculture. We need to take it to the next level, to remove poverty, to create employment opportunities, to various different functions, isn't it? That is why we require a diversification, a movement from one sector to another sector. Agriculture sector la mattum illama we need to move the people to agro related works and non-farm activities. So we have been discussing about the non-farm employment, adavadhu farming illama irukra or farming related konjam irukra industries patti or the sectors that we have started to discuss. And first of all, we are going to discuss about animal husbandry. What is that? We are going to talk about animal husbandry. So animal husbandry na taking care of livestock, okay, growing them for a profit. Adilende vara milk, eggs and the flesh, all these are used அப்படிங்கிறது தான் it's called animal husbandry. So the farming community uses the mixed crop livestock farming system. So நம்ம என்ன யூஸ் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா mixed crop livestock system. What do we mean by that appadina? Crop, they take care of agriculture, farming pandranga, at the same time they have cattle and other livestock and they rear them, they take care of them and they rear them, they grow them for a certain profitable purpose. So generally livestock farming la irukra inda kind of farming la irukra livestock enna living beings enna appadina, they have cattle, goats, fowl na hen and madri, okay, birds. So we have cattle, goats and fowl are the major used species or the major reared species. So இது எதுக்காக அப்படின்னா the livestock production provides increased stability in income. To get increased stability in income, food security, transport, fuel and nutrition for the family without disrupting other food producing activities. So இப்போ ஒரு cattle வச்சிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா it runs the cart, நம்மளோட வண்டி அதை இழுத்துட்டு போகுது. Fine, so you get transportation with that. And when you have goats and fowl, you get eggs, milk, food security. You get energetic food. Okay, so why do we have this அப்படின்னா to stabilize the income, to stabilize the income and to take care of food security, transportation, and nutritional values kaha we rear livestock. Okay, so this livestock sector alone provides alternate livelihood options. So this provides alternate livelihood options. So farmers and the farming family la irukka men velila agriculture ku pona kuda, or if they work for something else, the women of the household take care of this. There are times where the main occupation of the family becomes this livestock rearing. Idu pandrathu kuda main occupation avanga vechirukanga. So apart from this, what are the other animals they grow அப்படின்னா, now they have started having pigs also. Okay, pigs have become one famous farm or one famous part of animal husbandry. முன்னாடி நம்ம பார்த்தா cats, goats and fowls தான் இருக்கும். பட் இப்போ we have cats, goats இல்லை, cattle, goats and fowls were earlier there. Now we have additionally pigs. Okay, so poultry, இது நம்ம ஒரு நாமக்கலோட ஒரு ஃபேமஸ் திங் என்னன்னா poultry farms நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். So they rear these fowl and they take eggs out of them. They get eggs, flush, even exporting is also being done there. So அது ஒரு important activity-ஆக இருக்குது. That has become one of the important income related or income receiving activities. So the other animals which include camels, asses means donkeys, horses, ponies and mules are in the lowest rung. So other animals என்னென்ன rear பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா, other things that can be reared are camels, donkeys, horses, ponies and mules are rarely reared. அப்படின்னா ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் ஃபேமிலிஸ் கிட்ட தான் இந்த மாதிரியான அனிமல்ஸ் இருக்கும். பட் ஜென்ரலி we can find cattle, goats and fowls in every agriculture family mostly. Okay, so performance of the Indian dairy sector over the last three decades has been quite impressive. So in the cattle la irundhu namakku important ah paatha dairy societies. So cattle includes cow, buffaloes, everything illaya. Cattle helps in dairy sector. They have milk cooperative societies. Okay, these are highly appreciated, these are highly used, and this can be attributed mainly to the successful implementation of Operation Flood. அப்படிங்கிற ஆப்ரேஷனில் தான், that is operation means it's a program, name of a program. Okay, mission அப்படி சொல்கிறோம்ல, like that green revolution மாதிரி இது ஒரு white revolution-ஆக இருந்துச்சு through Operation Flood. So it is a system whereby all the farmers can pool their milk produced according to different grading, and the same is processed. So what did we do in Operation Flood அப்படின்னா, farmers or milkmen can pool their milk according to various grades and then are processed. After that, what do? We process that particular milk. So in this system, the farmers are assured of a fair price and income from the supply of milk to urban markets. நம்ம அட்வர்டைஸ்மெண்ட்டில் பார்க்குற மாதிரி வில்லேஜஸ்லேருந்து கொண்டு வர பால் அப்படின்னு நம்ம அர்பன் மார்க்கெட்ஸில் தான் இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுறாங்க. தட் மீன்ஸ் they are concentrating on the rural development. So இந்த மாதிரியான milk cooperative societies kind of thing for everything if it comes, then rural development will be an achievable objective. Okay, so as pointed out earlier, Gujarat state is held as a success story in the efficient implementation of milk cooperatives. Meat, eggs, wool and other byproducts are also emerging as important sectors. Where என்னென்ன இருக்கு நமக்கு? Meat, wool, eggs, other byproducts are also emerging now. So animal husbandry is a diversification into productive activities. இது எப்படி ப்ரொடக்டிவாக இருக்குது அப்படின்னா, it stabilizes the income. This is done along with farming. Maximum members are following which system? The crop livestock mixed system. So இங்கே கொஞ்சம் அங்கே கொஞ்சம், they will take care of their crops as well as at the same time at their home they will have livestock so that they can stabilize their income and of course they can take care of food security, their nutritional value, transport necessity. அதுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஃபார்மிங்லேருந்து நம்ம பண்ண வேண்டிய எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் கம்மி. யூ டோன்ட் ஹாவ் டு பை அ டிராக்டர் வென் யூ ஹாவ் ஆக்சன். ஃபைன். ஸோ அது மாதிரி camels, donkeys, horses, ponies and mules are reared very rarely. எல்லா இடத்துக்கும் இது செட் ஆகுமானா no. Camels cannot be reared here. So and what is the use of camels? அதோட யூஸ் இருக்கிறவங்க அதை ரியர் பண்ணுறாங்க. So the fact that we need to understand it, it is not that maximum. Okay, and then we have, why do we need cattle அப்படின்னா, to improve this dairy sector. Dairying is becoming a very famous thing now. So urban markets are procuring from the rural farmers so that they also assure quality to their consumers. Similarly, the farmers also can stabilize and increase their income. Understood? So wool, meat, eggs and other byproducts are also becoming important sectors nowadays. Earlier they were not paid much attention, but nowadays yes, they are getting enough attention because we know eggs இப்போ எவ்வளோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு தான் இருக்கோம் இல்லையா. ஸோ தட்ஸ் சேம் வே மீட், அது கூட நம்ம வந்து we are packing, we are exporting, அதை ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணுறோம். that kind of things have started. Fine. So this is one of the important productive activity that we can diversify into. The next thing is fisheries. So fisheries maximum are done where you have the sea, ocean, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிற places-க்கு பக்கத்துல தான் we have fisheries. And we still have history and still have current situations related to fisheries and fishermen that is playing a very important role nowadays. Okay, so one more diversified activity that we are going to talk about is fisheries. So keeping aside the problems that are faced by fishermen, is it profitable to them is what we are going to discuss now. Is it really a profitable sector? Do people earn enough through this sector is what we are going to discuss. So fisheries is like fishing community regards that as mother or provider. ஏன்னா ஃபிஷரிஸ்க்கு ஃபிஷிங் கம்யூனிட்டிக்கு கடல் இல்லை அப்படின்னா they don't have life at all. And the water bodies are sea, oceans, rivers, lakes, natural aquatic ponds, streams, etc. So all these can be fish. இப்போ நம்ம சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, இது வந்து ஆற்று மீன், இது கடல் மீன் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா. How? Because from all the water bodies you can get the source of fisheries. Fine, it is not only pertaining to only sea and ocean. அது மட்டும்தான் நம்ம water bodies ன்னு சொல்கிறோம், அது மட்டும்தான் ஃபிஷரிஸ்க்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுமானா no, it is not like that. It is like every water body contributes towards fisheries sector is the fact. Okay, so these water bodies an integral part in creating livelihood. நம்ம எப்படி we say that only agriculture, many people are dependent on agriculture நம்ம சொல்கிற மாதிரி, even there are people who are dependent on fisheries and water. So in India, after progressive increase in budgetary allocation and introduction of new technologies in fisheries and aquaculture, the development of fisheries have come a long way. So aquaculture அப்படின்னா they tell you, right, this particular time you should not go in for fishing. Okay, this is the time where fish fry, that a small fish will be born. So in the time la நம்ம வந்து fish பண்ண போக கூடாது, this is our limit, இதெல்லாம் நம்ம சொல்றோம் இல்லையா. That is studied by aquaculture. Okay, so aquaculture is becoming one subject. எப்படி agriculture அது மாதிரி aquaculture is becoming one important sector after lots of reforms. Even budgetary allocations have started. Okay, we have budgetary allocations for them. Budgetary allocations are done for fisheries. New technologies have come. Introduction of new technologies. Technologies like what? Even the material of the fishing net has been changed. It is created in a way, or it is designed in a way that it does not affect the fish or the marine life. Okay, it is designed in such a way. So fish production from inland sources contributes about 64% to the total value of fish production, and the balance 36% comes from the marine sector. So நம்ம எப்படி பிரிக்கிறோம்? Contribution, if you see, (64% is from inland sources like lakes, small water bodies, okay, lakes, streams, rivers, that kind of thing, and remaining 36% comes from marine sector, that is from seas and oceans. Okay, and which are the major contributing states? Brina, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, then Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Gujarat, and Maharashtra are the major contributing states or the major fish poverty and unemployment, but they face low per capita earnings, absence of mobility of labor to other sectors. So in the fishing sector la irundhu innoru sector ku poradhu romba kammi. They have illiteracy and indebtedness, and other than that we know that this country problem prevails, especially for fishermen of Tamil Nadu. We have this great problem. So அந்த மாதிரியான problems still are being faced. So women are involved not in active fishing. They sell, but they do not, they are fishmongers, they are not fisher women. Fishmonger அப்படினா they just only sell fish. Fishermen அப்படிங்கிறவங்க they catch fish, but fishmongers are people who sell fish. அவ்வளவுதான். So they become fishmongers, still it is not that satisfactory ங்கிறது தான் problem. About 60% of the workforce in export marketing and 40% in internal marketing are women. There is need to increase credit facilities. So we need to increase the credit facilities, promote self-help groups in this particular community, self-help groups for fisher women, cooperatives, for women, okay, so that we need to they need to meet their capital requirements for marketing. நம்ம credit எதுக்குன்னு நம்ம பார்த்தோம். What is meant by the marketing system? What are the other features that involves in marketing system? This we have discussed. So similarly, we need to increase the credit facilities for women who are involved in the fishing community. We need to promote the system of self-help groups and cooperatives for women in fishing community so that they can take care of their capital requirements, and hence they can promote and earn a better life. Okay, this is about fisheries. The next productive activity or the next sector that we can go is horticulture. What does horticulture mean? Small scale farming. Horticulture நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம்? Small scale farming. Taking care of gardens. Simple gardening is also called as horticulture. Do you know what is called green thumb? I have a green thumb சொல்வாங்க, or she has a green thumb சொல்வாங்க. What is the meaning of green thumb? Means someone who is interested in gardening is said to have a green thumb. Luckily, many of the women of our country have green